business. Oh, my girl's here. She's sneaking out. You want to wear your jammies? When the Kids Stop Coming. That's a series we've been making. Working on. The hook is, you know the sound. Screen door. Used to slam back and forth hundreds of times before 9 in the morning. That brings you into paying attention. I know it touches you, and I want to break it down even further, just like this. It's a real feeling that you're having. And I invite you right here, if you're seeing this video, to reach out to me. Let's talk. I'd love to hear it. Because you don't have a real estate question. This is not a real estate conversation right now. This is a real family situation, a real family conversation, or an individual that's, history of the family. But this is just a real conversation to be having and talking and work through and share. And I'm here to share. I want you to share it with me. I get a real I'm sorry, I just watched my dog almost fall off the dock, but I do get a real sense of value for myself to hear it, to have you take the time to trust me and share it, and I just want to be available. That is my call to action. It's there's nothing else. I don't have anything to sell you at the end other than hearing your story, and that's the beginning portion of it. When things are easier to talk about, not pressured or forced. There's a lot of things with this that come in, and I'm going to go over some of them. Is the time to, like, the leaky roof, that nobody, wanted to talk about earlier, or it's carrying on, or maybe somebody is feeling more the burden of keeping the property up. You got to turn it on. You got to open it up. You got to keep things moving and flowing. People move away. Success with children as they're growing up and they move too far to come and commute to the place where they were making their memories. So it just gets quiet. Not that that's a bad thing, but you're sitting around, you're having the memories. And what's a beautiful thing is, like, right here, I'm at our family's cabin. My wife's side, their family, their third generations here. I've got this classic old boat that we've been fishing on. Right back there, you can see the fishing poles. I'm a fly fisherman, but we're throwing the worms off the dock. The kids are giggling. My wife sits up in the spot that she's up, loves looking across over the lake right here behind me. But, gets to share it with the kids, making new memories, the giggles, the hard work, getting woken up because the kids are excited. So there was all this, you call it commotion in the time, but it's, just life. Energy, feeling, love. And the North Woods is something spectacular for family values, and it's pretty impressive. I watched this, I came out here, I've been here, I'm going close to a year, and Jackson, Wyoming, I was there for the last 20 years, and it had a really great, vibe. Still does. It's a beautiful, incredible place. The vibe is incredible, different from when I first moved here. Same as for those that are out here in the North Woods. Everywhere USA 20 years ago is different, especially small town. But what we're seeing is the conversation, the nostalgic, the moments, the memories. It was Western style. It could have been horseback riding, fly fishing, being on the river, hiking, hunting. And you have a lot of the same traditions out here. And the memories that you made. And that's where that quietness, nobody planned it. It didn't just show up. It kind of crept in. You can see it. There wasn't one day you woke up and you're like, oh, that was the day. It just all changed. No, it doesn't. It's a slow thing. And that's where I invite you to come in and share that with me. I'm honored when I get to hear you tell me stories. It's very personal, and I treat it that way. And for me, for lack of a better word, I'm in touch with my feelings. I'm brought up, I'm a brother of all sisters. My whole household now is all girls. So my world's pink and purple with unicorns and cotton candy and all that good stuff. So I get to feel a lot. And when you share these stories, I get to get to feel when you're expressing them, and we go through them slowly. Like for example, my dog right here. Here's Mimi. Hey, Mimi. Say hi to everybody. That's my bird dog. She's out here cleaning up the boat. We were out fishing. She's probably eating worms and chewing on sticks, and she was staring off into the water, watching the turtles and the fish being around. But I just want you to know, take a moment. If you're seeing this has reached you, share it with a friend who might be feeling this. This is going to be a very organic channel. This is not, first of all, this is, I don't know how to say it, but this is not going to be a 500,000 channel. This is going to be 1, 2, 3 people watch. I'm good with that. But when you find it and you see it, maybe you have a friend that is going through this, or would like to just see that there's somebody out here to hear the story. Go ahead. You're gonna get to know me. I'll get to know you. So I have an open invitation to just communicate, chat with me. Like I said, this is not a real estate conversation right now that you're thinking about or that you have to have. This is a family dynamic, multi-generation, sharing, reaching out conversation. And you start with me and you dive in with each other, or we could all sit down. But I love it. And, if we're doing it over a bonfire, it's even better. I'm a retired fishing guide, and, I love the outdoor cooking. I love the sitting by a fire and hanging out, or, something cozy. If you got a cozy cabin, you want to hang out and you just want to, I love it. My whole world is cabin culture. And I'm honored to be out here in the Northwoods for the last year. I don't know, 9 months maybe. And be building relationships with people and hearing these stories. I have a renovation business. Oh, my girl's here. She's sneaking out. You want to wear your jammies? So this is what I mean. The reality of it all. I have to say goodbye now and pour just tons of love on this beautiful 4-year-old covered in her pink pajamas. Take care, everybody.